to losing a limb for his thoughtfulness. My concerns for anyone else quickly fell away when the massive silver wolf approached me. His presence was almost overwhelming, and it took strength I didn't know I had to not take a step back. His intense gaze instantly entrapped mine once again. His eyes shone with protectiveness, acceptance, fulfillment, and determination. I was captivated. He was beautiful. I never thought, with all the running, with all the threats, that I would ever get a chance to experience this, to find my true mate. My emotions ran wild, the strongest being fear. But when he spoke into my mind that first time, something else took over. Be me tu ahasint igani, mowernin. I will always protect you. His words awoke something deep inside, some hidden determination I never would have believed I had. At that moment, I realized that I had to be the one to protect him. And protecting him? It came with a devastatingly difficult decision, but I knew it was necessary. See, I knew, better than anyone, what Cyrus was truly capable of. I knew of the heinous things he had in store for my mate if I was ever to find him. When I was being held captive by him, he had made it his mission to eliminate any hope I may have had. This included detailed descriptions of how he would kill my mate. The thoughts had been seared into my brain, and staring into the eyes of my true mate, hearing his vow to protect me, brought them racing to the forefront of my mind. The air around the wolf began to shimmer and shift, drawing my attention back from the past. Before I could really take in what was happening, over 6 feet of brooding male stood where the silver giant once was. The man was just as imposing as the wolf, and I could not stop my eyes from exploring the hard body in front of me. He had broad shoulders and a muscular chest that tapered down into a trim waist. The black tee he wore fit snugly and did nothing to hide his thick arms or the definition in his abs. Dark-washed jeans clung to his powerful legs, and he wore black work boots. After my perusal, I forced my eyes back to his ruggedly handsome face. His chiseled jaw was covered in a neatly trimmed beard. The shadow accentuated his high cheekbones and straight nose. Slightly thinned lips and a low brow that rested above his steel-gray eyes only added to his natural intensity. His dark brown hair was cut short on the sides, with just enough length left on the top to run your fingers through. The thought made my fingers itch to do just that, so I gave myself a well-needed mental shake and fisted said hands for extra precaution. Closing my eyes, I forced myself to take a few deep breaths before I met his stare for the 3rd time. He never took his eyes off my face. He watched me, seemingly picking apart my brain without difficulty. I did my best to block my mind, but Falcon was a highly skilled observer. He read me easily, not needing to use our link, though I am sure he received some glimpses. Regardless, he knew that my mind was made up. I couldn't speak. There were so many things I would have loved to say to him, but the lump growing in my throat wouldn't allow it. Besides, I would have probably broken down into sobs anyway. It was imperative that I stayed strong, that I kept hold of my recently awakened determination. He acknowledged my decision with a stiff nod, and I was able to squeeze out a small, sad smile. My vision blurred with his acceptance, and with one last pleading look, a hope that he truly understood, I turned away from him, left the room and my heart. That was the last time I saw Falcon. Well, in human form, that is. His wolf is no stranger to me. He was always posted nearby. Like every other night, my armor-colored guardian had taken up sentinel at the tree line outside my window. Every night, I sit here with hope that he doesn't show, but also fear of the same thing. Yet every night the majestic wolf appeared. His gray eyes would connect with mine through the window, and I would have to force myself to abandon his gaze. I know that he could easily penetrate any emotional wall I had erected if given the chance. I didn't want that. I didn't want him to see how I felt, what he truly was to me. Falcon was my hopes, my dreams, my happily ever after. Too bad I can never have him. Just as I had every other night since my transition, I turned from the window after his arrival. I slowly scanned my surroundings. I honestly loved my room. It wasn't too big, yet had plenty of floor space. The top half of the wall